We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Marr now to kick this one away.
Mike, 54, Mike. Check, check. 154.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the
solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsay. And he'll...
Right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now a pass hauled in downfield and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem.
There'll be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Happened in this case, that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll find Lindsay here. Give him 14 on that. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he gets half.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense side.
Five goes 8 plays. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequent, so Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there.
Guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play there. The Cowboys have a first down.
It hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles. And it's... On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. Hard throw, incomplete. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
That's good for 28 yards. Complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And they're going to get about 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Running right, this is Freeman. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A first down there on a pickup at 20.
That run, don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get it.
I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become...
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Andy Janovich taking it in. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that's why you turn to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 40s. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Right, they have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down to
blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And he's going to go down again. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his second.
Are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. The pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he finds Hurns left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and long for Prescott. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. That's caught left side by Jake Butt.
And he'll pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chain. If they hurry, we'll see. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one is no good. He missed it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
A good win on 1st down. The offense or the defense. Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the outlet away and bring up 2nd down.
Give him 5.
It's a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Prescott to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play.
Before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball.
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. There, the defense won the battle. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now McManus for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. The penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage.
But this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete. He was looking.
The guys on offense, they've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. And he's got to figure, all day long prepping for the game, they had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Prescott's pass caught by Austin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. He gets to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
That time they pick up a 24.
They call it the field general.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to do this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. He kept it and absorbed it anyway.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Over the middle here to Brown. And on a 4th there. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson, they'll let this thing go for Sanders. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And his guys are going to get the football at the the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Turn on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Second down, a little more
carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Denver getting set to take the field. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking
they can't touch the ball.
Here we go. Check. Lucky. Check 15. Check.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he's upended after a gain of clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a... Third and 2, now Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. Boy, another
coverage. They've still dented him, and now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone, and not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide.
And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. The Cowboys going to use their... They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Play action now. Prescott.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what one man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. Will be one man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make the field goal. Doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Broncos are close to finishing off this football game. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Check. Watch the run.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They went on the road. Doesn't matter the opponent. Get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.